So, yesterday, Congress unveiled a bipartisan bill to let commercial pilots report their UFO sightings to the government without fear of recrimination. Those sightings happen a lot more than we've been told. Republican Congressman Tim Burchett was in that top secret briefing today. He joins us along with one of the UFO whistleblowers who testified alongside Grush last year, retired Navy pilot, founder of Americans for Safe Aerospace, Lieutenant Ryan Graves. It's good to see you both.
Good to see you, Chris. Thank you. And thank you for getting on that.
I see you're countering my dog with a dog of your own. I see, Captain Carhart. What is your dog's name?
It's Roscoe. He's a rescue like me. He came out of the coal mines up in Kentucky. And thank you for noticing my new Carhart. As I like to say, you can't hide money, you know.
All right. So back to what really matters. Graves is disgusted by this conversation. Go ahead. Yes.
Chris, before we get started, thank you for going after those child molesters. I don't care if they're a ring or if they're one dirtbag pedophile. Bust their ass. Send them all to hell.
Listen,
I'm over it.
Well, the consequence, of course, is up to the system, but the need to go after them is much bigger than a lot of Americans know, and we're going to stay on it. So thank you, Congressman. Now, to what happened today. Let's talk about the politics first. Congressman, were you satisfied that the needle was moved today on the recognition of the people involved here, including the Inspector General, that there's more to tell and there is an obligation for more to be told?
As you know, I have to be very careful what was talked about in the Skiff, but I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it a 4. I'd say the needle moved. It was bipartisan. You know, my dear friend Jared Moskowitz, AOC was in there, Luna, the whole gang. At one time we had 16 congressmen in there, and these were people that normally you wouldn't see. And the reason they're involved is because people like your other guest, who I'd really like to hear from him tonight more than me, they have continuously pushed this issue and gave it validity. Because somebody like me, the 435th most powerful member of Congress, that ain't moving the needle. But your other guest, he moves the needle.
And I want to talk to him because he also has a public service announcement about why this matters for everybody who wants to fly around as part of our lifestyle. But, Ned, what I want to know is, what do you think was the biggest takeaway from today about when you'll start to be able to learn what's being done and what is the fruit of all the money that's being put into this?
Well, unfortunately, since it was in the Skiff, I can't tell you what the big issue was, but I will tell you that it provided, I'll say, some validity to what's been said. That's about as far as I can. I apologize, but that's what the Skiff is about, and I need to honor that commitment. But we are going to have more hearings, and what it really did was energize people in Congress, I think, that are very frustrated, that have heard people like myself, oh, now you're trying to one-up me. What's up with that?
Yeah, that's right.
He's probably.
I got 3 of them. I got 3 of them in here, by the way. I got 3. All right, there you go. All right.
That's neurotic, but I'm not going to bring that crazy here. But
I don't know what she was eating. So let me bring Graves in here. So one of the reasons that you think that this was really important is that, one, we got validity that Grush, the whistleblower, is a made man. He is somebody who's to be respected. The Inspector General said the same. Now, what does that mean to you, and what do you want to see next, both for the political but practical implications here when you look at it, Ryan?
Yeah, well, Tim, thanks for saying those very kind words, by the way, as well. But for the practical implications of this, I think this is going to bring more representatives into the conversation, which is going to just enable more and more legislation to come forward, much like this pilot reporting bill that's going to enable more data and a wider understanding of just how prevalent this is. We still don't know what exactly is going on, where to look for these objects, and pilots are reporting them on a regular basis. So for me, it's a relief that they'll finally, hopefully, have the tools to be able to report this without fear of repercussion.
Please, with all due respect, what do you make of suggestions that even though you were at the highest echelon of our training for pilots, that people say, yeah, Graves doesn't know what he was seeing. He was looking at balloons. He was looking at Canadian geese, and he wasn't sure what they were. He wasn't seeing anything that's a real UAP. There's nothing really to be concerned about. What's your response?
Well, I would ask them to talk to the dozens and dozens of pilots that have also seen the same objects as me, not only off the eastern seaboard, but also off of commercial airlines across the United States, as far west as Hawaii. So this isn't just Ryan Graves. This isn't just one squadron. This is commercial airliners, military airliners, and general aviation that are seeing this across the country.
And also, you made a very interesting point that I think is going to be interesting to the congressman also. So there's all this talk about a specific type of airplane that's being grounded because there's some safety concerns. And you said safety concerns. If you're worried about being safe in the air, you better take what's flying around our planes a lot more seriously than just the planes we're in. How so?
Well, it goes to the point that we've had with the doors. So if doors were falling off planes, we would expect that there'd be a reporting mechanism so that the problem could be taken care of. It's a bit of a shame that the FAA has been ignoring reports of UAP and UFO for so long, but now they're not going to have the ability to ignore these reports any longer.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.